Hello, welcome to Tutuca Bench Round 4. Today we are testing 4 open weights models, all in open code, GLM 5.1, Kimi K2.6, Minimax M2.7, and Qwen 3.6 plus. I've tried them before, and to avoid making it so long or having to ask them to fix stuff, I'm going to give them some handicap and load the skills first. Let's see. And because I try them and they don't tend to load it for some reason. I can't. I should have done this before, but well. Skip a couple of seconds. I tried to do this before and it took like 25 minutes, and it was mostly because most of them for some reason didn't know the skills. So they started like failing a lot with the framework and doing all the style by hand, so it was pretty annoying. So let's give them the same prompt to all of them. Change the app to be a Todo-MVC style app. Again, to repeat myself, the test is can models learn to use a library or framework that is out of the training set. The other things are in the training set, like Todo-MVC is in the training set. That's why the prompt is so short. I don't have to describe what I want. They know what it is. Yeah, and I tried it before, and some of them. The first version was so bad, and I had to like do 3, 4, 5 corrections to make them do a decent job. So I didn't polish it, and this is the second attempt with some improvements in the skill and in the CLI to try to avoid some of the mistakes I made. So it's not it's comparable with the previous round, with the one for mini models, but not with the other ones, the older ones, which I will do again. So let's see what they do. Just to summarize, in the previous attempt at this, my experience was that Minimax was pretty fast, but it makes a lot of mistakes, and when corrected, it did most of the time didn't fix the thing. Qwen was the fastest, I think, and it made mistakes, but it fixed them in a few iterations. And the GLM and Kimi, which are the largest ones, were the slowest ones, but they tended to, like, in quotes, one shot the solution. Like, the first version was the closest to the thing, but they were pretty slow, so that was annoying. You can even see in the tokens percent. It can be a provider thing, like probably with better hardware, or like I don't know what provider is behind this. Maybe they will be faster, because I think Kimi is like 1 trillion parameters, GLM is around that, Minimax I think is 300 billion, and Qwen I think it's between 300 400 billion. So they are faster because they are smaller. That's why they make more mistakes too. But I ended up in the group of open weight models. I prefer faster models that make more mistakes. The limit is Minimax, like it makes too many mistakes, and it's, I mean, on the side where it's in the training set to MVC, it shouldn't make so many, or Tailwind. It's on the side of my framework. Yeah, it makes sense that it makes mistakes. First, because it's small, so it's not that smart. Second, because it's harder to like make it even through the skills and the CLI. It still like doesn't correct itself that much. maybe because it's not that smart. Like you give it hints and it doesn't follow them. But let's see this time. I added a couple of links and improved the skills. And let's see if that's enough. I don't remember, but I think I added the testing functionality after the last attempt. So maybe the tests help or not, or make it worse. Let's see. Let's see if some like GLM is preparing to write. Like it did all the well. It's according to do. It's like in the lint test render phase. Kimi is I don't know doing something. Minimax is pretty far along, but from what I've seen, like got many lint mistakes. And Qwen is the lints pass, so it should be close to the finish line. Tests one test fails. It's cool that they are writing tests. Let's see. Yeah, that's interesting. Like when you use them, there's a threshold of speed where it's annoying, the waiting, and there's a threshold of intelligence where they are too dumb where it's annoying. And because like for example with Gemini Flash or GPT 5.4 Mini, they make some mistakes, but they are quick, and when you correct them, they correct the mistakes. But Minimax seems to be below a threshold where it's just annoying. It's the only one where I feel like I would prefer to go when I did the code. It's easier to just go edit in the code and then to try to steer it to the right place. Qwen seems to be pretty far along, has tests, it renders. I don't know if I should wait until it thinks it's finished. Okay, Minimax finished first, as I said. Let's see what it has here. Wow, I was talking bad things about Minimax the whole time, and like it doesn't submit an enter, but it's not in the like the filters don't work. This counter works. Total all works. Clear completed works. Well, I mean the difference. There's a big difference, and it's probably in the harness and the CLI and the skills, because the last time it was so the first attempt was so bad, it was annoying. So yeah, wow, that's cool. I make enter on input task. What else? That seems to be all. Oh, double click to edit. Let's see. Like it was so close that and it was fast, so I feel like giving it a second chance. Qwen is lower than expected. In terms of price, like that's interesting too. Like Minimax is lower, like it's smaller, but in price, it already spent more than tokens and cents than Qwen. But let's see if like Qwen shots it or needs some help. These two are, well, GLM finished faster than Qwen. Like the last time was not the case. Enter to submit, select, double click to edit, remove, doesn't work, the filters don't work, clean completed works. And let's okay. and finished. Nice, looks nice. This works. No double click. I mean, I don't consider it a failure because it's not in the requirements. Filters don't work. Doesn't have clear completed, and the where does it have? Is still at it. It's like for how big it is, I hope it's one shots it or close to it. So it. Oh, I already tried Kimi, or I sent. Oh, I think I sent the prompt to the wrong place. So yeah, it's kind of one-shotted it. I mean, I don't know what it did before, but nice one shot. The layout is kind of weird, but it's better than Haiku. That's something. I don't know. I think that what I sent here was nope. Oh, it was just fixing itself. Yeah, one shot. Impressive. I mean, I can improve the layout a little bit. I can ask. Let's ask it for improve label style. So let's see. I mean, compared to my previous session, like a better harness makes a big difference. I lose track of what I was asking to each. Oh, two-shotted. What do you say? Yeah, it made it work one iteration. This, I mean, Kimi is winning. GLM probably behind. And I think I corrected Qwen. I would put it in third place whenever it finishes. Let's see. They're kind of sorted by parameter count. Like it got worse before it got better. And Minimax got broke. Oh, it never probably. I don't know if it finished. Yeah, it says it finished. No, it's still. No, that's Qwen. Let's see if the filters work. This doesn't work. The filters work. Wow, amazing. Oh, that's pretty good. Impressive, like impressive in terms of how small the model is, how cheap it is. Oh, it's not that cheap compared to like Haiku, Flash, and Mini. But the fact that I can probably run this on hardware I can buy with enough money today, it's impressive. And it's also impressive in the sense that, like, compared to the previous attempt, the only thing that changed is that I improved the CLI, the linter, added test support, and improved the skill. And that this time I loaded the skills manually. That made a big difference. So like, you can make a big jump in performance just by improving your harness and like being more explicit. Let's see the last round of checks. Qwen seems to be doing something still. That's nice. Oh, works. Amazing. So they all pass compared to last time. That was a mess. Kimi, I asked some like styling improvements, which it didn't do. But it's okay. They don't see. Oh, they added clean complete. The thing that I didn't fix is that this thing is too close to the checkbox, which it's faster to fix manually than to try to prompt. And I think I don't remember what it asked. Great, nice. Impressed compared to last time. I mean, I did changes to make it work better, but now I recover some faith in open weight models for coding stuff. So yeah, I think they are sorted in parameter count. So Kimi, GLM, Qwen, and Minimax, but all much closer together than last time because of the changes I mentioned. And let's go over prices. 53 cents, 45 cents, 35 cents, 25 cents. So the cheapest was Qwen, not Minimax. And Kimi, which is larger, is cheaper than GLM. I mean, that may be like a provider thing, but yeah, it's interesting that if I had to pick one, I would go with Kimi and wait and make more coffee or something because it's cheaper and smarter, slower too. But again, I don't know how much of that is a provider thing.